Okay. So weapon long range. Let's create long range weapons. So we have the hero, for example. We have the close combat zone with these things. We cannot duplicate it. Let's do ranged combat zone. Let's delete the range combat zone. So this guy should be height. What? Height doesn't matter. Okay. Let's do like this. Travel detector is like this. Do we really need this? Okay. Chasing detector. Oh, that's the chasing detector. So, okay, this is the range. Okay, let's do 0.5 just to start. So this hero enter close combat zone. Hero, hero, hero. So when an enemy enters the enter close combat zone, exit. So let's get this, let's copy all of this and let's put it here on range combat zone collisions. Enter range combat enemy. That's the enemy entity. Adds the target. Okay. This should be different. Let's just add this. Entity being hero. Range combat zone enter. Let's change this to R range combat zone enter. So it fires this event. And then it will fire the event of the equip cards. Let's see. Enter close combat. Okay. Enter on range combat zone enter. There. So I don't need this anymore. I think set flag in combat. Alright, set flag in combat. competition flag. So I'm in combat, cue cards, card trigger, enter close combat, enter ranged combat. So this cues the cards that have this trigger, enter ranged combat. And that's it. That's it. Now I could create another set to exit the range combat, right? So that it stops. Let's do on exit, right? On combat zone enter. Let's see, on combat zone, on exit combat. On exit combat, okay. On close combat zone, enter. On close combat zone, so I don't have a method for on exit, okay. On combat zone, enter. Cue cards. Do we have the cue cards? So cue cards, activation queue, and runs the queue. On exit combat. So what happens here? Unset flags. On exit combat. And then remove from activation queue. These ones. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Cue cards. Check active. Let's see. Add card. Add to activation queue. Check active card. Check card in deck. Close entity configure. Count cards of type. Equipable set. Get card relative. Get card. Move card. On close combat zone, enter. On exit combat. On range combat zone, enter. Okay, so I have this. Let's see. Let's create an exit one. Exit, exit. In combat, sleeping or death. So flag, unset flag, in combat. So maybe I should say on exit combat, right? On exit combat. There. Exit combat, remove from activation queue the ones that are exit combat, and there. Actor activation queue. Let's see how many. Enter close combat, exit combat, enter. Wait a second. Remove from activation queue. Okay, no, this should be left. for now, because if it's not in combat, then exit combat. There we go, exit combat. So there may be some weird stuff happening here. I'm not so sure. Okay, so now we have to create a weapon, a long-range weapon. So I have this, I have the sword, I have a card. Let's leave the images for later. So I have an attack. I have an item. Iron sword item. Let's add a scriptable object. No. Cards. New item card. Let's add, what can I add? Bow, wand, ninja star, kunai bomb, throwing knife, throwing axe, throwing hammer, throwing lance, a net, a trident, a rock, a poop, or a cat. So I think the simplest one is a rock, right? The most basic one. But a rock could be used for many uses actually, so throwable rock. A throwable rock. Okay, let's be specific. Throwable rock item. Throwable rock item. Let's do a 9. Title, throwable rock. Throw a rock from a long distance to a single enemy. Okay, type ranged. So this is an item ranged. It has an action, which is sword attack action, sword attack. Okay, let's leave it like that. And effect graph. So I should put a graph here. Take damage, slash attack, punch attack. So I should add a new graph. Activation trigger, enter ranged combat. Deactivation, exit. Activation condition, in combat. Should it be this way? Or Okay. Maybe it should be this way. Exit combat. Enter close combat. So when you enter close combat, it deactivates. Okay, that makes more sense. Activation duration 0.5. Throwable rock. So now I have to create the graph. Slash attack. Range attack. Let's do a range. Okay, slash animation. Let's do ranges. And here let's replace this with ranges. Range, not ranges. Oops. Range. Oh, let's make it consistent. Let's call it range. So we have the graph here. It's done. We have the card. We have the throwable rock. We have the graph. Let's find range. There we go. Yeah, I need to add the sprite. So let's animate the hero. Playable cards. There we go, our hero. Let's create the pose here. Oh, abort. Let's change here. Open project. Barbarian. Okay, now let's do it again. There. What? What goblin? Goblin 1. What? Barbarian slash collider slash blue slash what goblin? Oh, it's because I did this cleanup. Cleanup is alright. So let's add another one called range. So the range how should it be? Position, let's add keys. Let's do it like that. Let's just try it. There. Okay. Our position there. Okay, now rotation. Let's do copy and paste. let's do it like this. There we go. So here it adds a should create the projectile towards the enemy, right? So here it sets the flag. Sets the on close combat enter. What? On range? No, on range. On on no? On range combat. On no suggestions? What do you mean? Let's recompile. Okay, now on range. What? On the on range combat zone, enter. Weird. There we go. So no, this should not be collided enemy. Oh, let's delete this. No. Add combat target. No, wait a second. No. There. So let's see. On the basic attack, what it does is that it executes the card command. That's on the punch. And on the slash, it enables the slash and then disables it. And on the range, I should do the same. I should execute the card command. Let's save. So common clip events. So execute card command. Accepts the visitor. Oops, not this one. Clip events visitor. So this should work differently. This should work differently because this immediately triggers the card on the target. So it should do one that says something like a public void create on, let's say, fire or throw projectile to target, right? Throw projectile to target. Now let's do throw projectile, because it's obvious that it has a projectile. So the type of projectile depends on the card. So now throw projectile should create a projectile depending on the card and throw it at the target. Cache activated card. Throw projectile. So this is the projectile. I think it should read the item. Okay, so let's just create the projectile. So let's do a 3D object, capsule, sphere, a cube. Projectile. Okay, let's duplicate. Let's select this model. Let's remove, and remove. Where are you? Let me compare it with the hero. Okay, that's huge. Like this, just to start. There. Actually, let's do it like this. So this is a trigger. Okay. Cast shadows. Yeah, whatever. Shadows only. To say this on. Okay, so I have the projectile. What hero cards? Let's add a new one or not. Behavior, custom values, editor graphs, hero managers, entities, Settings, terrain, UI toolkit, visuals. Let's do create a folder called ranged, and let's add a projectile. There we go. So this creates the projectile. And I should add a component custom collisions actions. So on trigger enter does something. Let's do a ranged mono behavior projectile. So this projectile will be added there. Okay, let's, what the freaking, oh, this shouldn't be here. Crazy. Please exit prefab mode first. Okay, there. There. Projectile. Save. Start. Or not. So what this does is that let's add a on collision, right? On collision like this one. Enter range like this. On enter collisions. So it gets the collided enemy, and here what it should do is that it activates the effects of the card. Yes. So I should have like a parent card, right? Yes. Let's do a serialized field. I should say private card scriptable object parent card like this. No, shouldn't be like this. It should be a card prefab, I think. So once I have this guy, I can do my item component, activates the combo /enable. So let me check. the animated mesh has auto battles managers on weapon collider hit. So this should be the same as, let's do on weapon collider hit. So it should do this. Weapon collision target visitor hit there. Okay, so it should take the parent, not the parent card, should take the parent and entity being parent auto battles manager there. Auto battles manager there. So when there the collisions enemy on, let's say, on weapon collider hit, like that. Collider other. So that's what I should do. There. So that hits the enemy. Oh wait. What happens if the cash card changes in the duration of the animation? That's the problem. Okay, let's just leave it like this. So when the projectile collides with an enemy, it gets the auto battles manager and runs the on weapon collider hit. Alright, so let's do a public void setup. And let's get this guy. So let's do this setup there. So let's go back. Okay, let's wait for the compilation. So the projectile doesn't have the auto battles manager. So this should be a read only. Read only. Should I do it like this? No, wait a second. Read only, right? Okay, so using Odin, oh no, it's Serenix.Odin Inspector. There. Read only. Gasket, right? Is read only. Let's serialize fields Serenix Odin Inspector dot read only. There we go. It should work fine. Oh, come on, man. Okay, let's do this. read only. So annoying. Ambiguous reference. What the shit? There. Okay. So I have this. I can set it up. There we go. It's read-only, perfect. Okay, I have the projectile. Man. So I don't think this is a weapon collider hit. So what happened is there is a big delay here. I cannot use the cache active card because this can change in time. So I need to store it. So I can know who triggered it. Card. Yeah, I need to somehow know so collider hit. Collider other. On weapon collider hit. So this, I need a way to link the card to the collider somehow, or at least to the projectile, you know. So I have this, right? And at least I need this serialized field, and I need a card scriptable object. Let's say parent card. Like this. Card scriptable object. So I can pass it. Set up like this. So this is the parent card, like that. So I wish I could pass it there on weapon collider hit. It's an enemy. So maybe there is a way to use it. Weapon collider hit. Let's do card scriptable object. Weapon parent card. Let's say this weapon parent card. Let's do card scriptable object. So this is the original. Let's just copy it. And let's do like this. And here /enable I can let me check here. So I have this /collider on weapon collider hit. Collide. So this accepts only one collider. /enable. So maybe I can create a new component here. Ranged maybe I should add another create called combat, and here let's do like that, combat, and create mono behavior /weapon. Collider. So this says ranged. I'm gonna copy it in combat. There we go. So in here, in hero, I'm gonna put it here. Okay. What? What's the problem? So let's do a parent card on weapon collider hit. There we go. So this way I can pass the card that initiated the attack. So I have the /collider weapon there. And here I can just let's go here. Come on. So here I can get the on weapon collider hit weapon parent card. There we go. So I just need to call this, let's say public void on slash hit. I just have to call this guy the auto battles manager. Let's close this. So I need a reference to the auto battles manager and a collider. Here I just need a collider. There, collider other. There we go. So here I can do a serialized field, private auto battles manager, my auto battles manager. So let's call this, let's call the other, and I need to update the card that activated this. So let's do a serialized field and read only. No. Let's do a serenix.audience-inspector. So this is what I need. Card scriptable object. My weapon parent card. My weapon parent card. There we go. So this is all I need. And then I can do a public void update weapon parent card. No. Let's do it like this. Let's do a weapon parent card. Weapon parent card. There. So this it's updated. Let's get this guy from there. Oops. So here I need this auto battles manager, and when the slash hit, there it calls this. So this passes the collider onto this auto battles manager, and now I just need to update this, my weapon parent card, and this happens when the slash gets activated. So weapon clip events. So this weapon clip slash game object. Okay, let's do a better one. Let's do a slash weapon collider slash script. Oops, I shouldn't have done this. Slash game object script. There. So we have this. I have a game object, and I have a game object here. Oopsie. I have a game object. So here I can update weapon cards. There we go. So I can update it. There, so when the slash activates, it saves the parent card. So let's change this just to make things clear, right? Slash disable there, and this is null. There, just to make things clear. Okay, I think this should work. Recompile. So now I just need to save this. There. So when the animation gets activated through this thing here, slash enable, it updates the parent weapon and saves it in the slash game object. So when the slash game object hits something, it will call the autobattles manager of the hero, and it will run this method that changes the collided enemy, does the what's this, the visitor pattern, and depending on the type of card, it runs all the effects or it attacks the target, if it's an item or if it's a attack card. Good, so this runs on weapon collider hit. Good. So the projectile works in the same way. When a collider hits, it runs the on weapon collider hit of the parent autobattler, of its parent. So I need to configure this. So instantiate. So when it gets instantiated, we'll throw projectile here. Particle play, no. Spawn prefab. So there was let's see, do I have a spawn prefab around here? Slash projectile, nope. Nope. So I need to create a projectile and configure it. This should I use a spawn thing? Lean spawn. Throw projectile there. It spawns this projectile, the prefab. Oh, let's see. Come on. Poison. How was it called? I forgot. Combat pool spawner. There, spawnable prefab. This where does it come from? Spawnable prefab. What? Spawnable prefab. Where does this come from? Spawnable prefab. Oh. That's because it's a pool spawner. Okay, so and this is actually very terrible. Combat pool spawner. Let's do a serialized field, private, game object, let's say rock prefab. Let's be specific, throwable rock prefab. Maybe I should change this. Spawn, hit point, parent. No parent. So actually this should be on the pool spawner? No. On the combat something pool spawner, combat pool spawner. Throw projectile. There we go. So we have a throwable. What? Parent null. Spawn. Throwable rock. Line cast. Oh. So I should okay, whatever, man, whatever. You know what? Maybe I should my autobattles manager dot transform there. So this is the parent. Wait a second, how many do I have? Position, oh, there, dot position, their identity, right? Okay, whatever. Create a projectile. So this throwable is a get component projectile. Okay, let's do this. Created projectile equals there. There we go. So we have this. I can set up this, right? Setup. There we go. So the parent autobattles manager is this, and the card scriptable object parent is the so this is what this is how I did this. So my entity cash card there, let's see this, my entity, oops, entity, get entity being, yes, no, what, card prefab to my activation queue. So it's the prefab cache, oh no, card. There we go. So to make things simpler, let's divide this in lines. So it creates the projectile and sets it up, and then what I need is to make it move towards the enemy, right? Hey, hello, what's up? I'm making my game, you know, my little game. So I'm trying to throw a projectile from this guy to its enemy. So when the projectile is created here, I'm going to throw it using do twin, tg do twinning there, dot nothing twinning. So start trajectory towards enemy. Look at that. So this is a transform, do what, do move, do path, do move. At the targets also stores the transform as the twins target. Okay, so let's do this. The end value is going to be the target, get active target. There we go. Dot transform. No. Transform. Dot position. There we go. Next is duration. So duration is, let's do, oh no, this, you know what, this should be set. How many sets do I have? Set speed based. How can I speed based? Let's do 1 F, right? Set speed base, so this is based on speed. There we go. So 1 watt. Units 1 per second. Okay, let's leave it at 1 unit per second. What else? The move, duration, snapping, false. Okay, so this fires the projectile towards the enemy's transform position, and it's speed based. So let's put the link on this. Set link, game object, and when the twin is complete, it will destroy itself. So let's do a delegate. Let's see, how did I addressables? Is this an addressable? I'm not sure. No, it's not an addressable. So let's do a destroy. Destroy game object. There we go. So okay, speed based on complete. Oh, one more. Set is. So what type of is? Should it be linear? Should it be really linear? No, it shouldn't be linear. Is out sign. This okay? Let's do easings.net out sign. Whoa. No, this doesn't make any sense. So it should be faster. Linear. Actually, circ. Okay, let's do linear just to make things simpler. Okay, so let's see. Throw a rock. Combat. Projectile. There. Actually, this projectile. Okay, never mind. Actually, how can I change the shape depending on the card? Let's change the name. Projectile. Let's do projectile prefab. So throw projectile. Let's do this. When the animation fires on the scene there, let's do this animated mesh. So when the range animation fires here, this is the method that should be run. Throw projectile. There we go. There. So here it throws the projectile, and this method runs. This spawns the projectile, it sets it up, and with it, when it's set up, it, let's say, launches private boy start trajectory. Let's separate this. There. So after it's set up, it immediately starts the trajectory. Right? Should it be this or not? Yes. Okay, so when it starts the trajectory, when this collides with something, this is run, and this applies all the effects of the card. Cool. Okay, so this is, should I, oh yes, I need to export the current clip. There we go. Good. So now I delete this guy, and I need to configure the animations. So this is the barbarian. Let's configure the animator. I have sleep, I have slash, I have range. So after it does the range attack, it immediately goes to idle. Good. Range. Okay, now these fires, so I need to change the card. I have the playable cards, I have the items, I have the thrower rock, it's here, I have the effect graph loaded. You know what, I should change this immediately, maybe. Sword attack action. Trigger parent activation trigger. Let's equipable. Let's do a card scriptable create. Actually, card action scriptable object. So this does custom trigger activation trigger. Okay, so this does this. Wait a second. Did I ruin everything? No, impossible. Let's do activation trigger action. There. Man, this is going to ruin something. This is not how I should be working. Importing assets. Let's go. There, let's change this. Activation trigger action. There we go. Okay, let's close this. Compiling scripts. There we go. So activation trigger action. Let's see if I can create a instantiator. No. Oh, there we go. activation trigger action. There. Target, assets, cards actions, equipables, there. New name. The name is activation trigger action. Instantiate. There we go. So I'm gonna use this for my new card. Throwable rock. Activation trigger action. There we go. So this just activates the custom action inside this range attack graph. Let's check it out. This one, activation trigger. That's all it does. Okay, so I have created the card. Now I need to put it on the player deck. Let's see. Iron specific. Let's do this. Throwable rock. Right? That's the name. That's the name, I think. Throwable rock. Let's just copy and paste this. Throwable rock. Okay. So let's see if I get some errors. Later I want to modify the look of the projectiles. Just like I do with the enemies. Okay, so I got some errors. I have 3 errors. Oh, throwable rock wasn't found. Oh, I know why. I forgot to set it as addressable. Addressable cards. Addressable. Select. Oops. Cards. And let's simplify this. There we go. So let's try again. Let's try again. Okay, 0 errors. Oh, I mean 3 errors. Okay, the same problem. Throwable rock wasn't found. Throwable rock. Throwable rock item. Throwable rock. There. True. Accepts new cards quantity. True. Card not found. Do I need to recompile? Okay, let's try again. Okay, the same error. Throwable rock not found. All cards list. Empty effects, modify. Because I need to add it here. Potion item. Throwable rock item. There we go. Now, let's see. What? Again? Throw a rock. What's... Why? Source item. Why not? Delegate. Okay, so this gets this. Get card by title. Cards list. Title. Throw over rock. What's the problem? Throw over rock. Throw over rock. Title. Throw over rock. Throw over rock item. Throw over rock. Throw over rock item. Throw over rock. Player deck. This. Did I miss something? What's the problem? Oh, I forgot to set it. Alright, this card data. There we go. So now it should work. Oh man. What? Oh, the profiler. Okay, continue. Let's put it here. Okay, so here is the throw a rock to a single enemy. Okay, look at this world I did yesterday. Really cool. I love it. So let's do a village. Let's put a throwable rock. Let's take this portal and let's create a cave. So the cave was grass and rock. There we go. So it should throw a projectile or throw an error. Nothing happened. Oh, actually, no, actually nothing. So let me check the hero. I have the cards, I have the hero, I have the hero here. So I have the range combat. Enter what? No, not this one. This is wrong actually. So let's see. On trigger hero. So auto battles manager. Let's say should say on auto battles. No, hero. Enter rage combat zone collisions. There. Do we have another one here? Whoops. Hero. And I have a hero and exit. No. Exit close combat zone. Enter range combat zone. Exit. Only have an exit. Okay, so let's delete this. Okay, and I'm gonna test it after I get some coffee. Oh, I forgot the music. Music, no. Let's try again. Okay, I'll be right back with a coffee. Oh, I'm back. Let's test the projectile. Okay. Okay. Punch attack. No, village. So the village is this. Whoop. Throw a rock. Oh, it doesn't get activated. That's the problem. Okay, so I should close this. The thing is that only the first weapons get activated. Get an activation trigger. Otherwise you have to activate it with a combo, which makes things harder to test. Because I have to combine cards. I had to combine a card with a combo effect. And that makes things complicated. Harder. So let's see the village. And there we go. No, we don't go anywhere. We don't go anywhere. Throw up a rock. Why I don't get activation? Instantiate. Oh no, here. Card prefab. Card activation event. Card trigger. village. Let's put it at first. Throwable rock. There. Okay, so didn't compile for some reason. What? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have what? Oh man, come on. So I have this doesn't have an activation event, so it won't work. No, it doesn't work. A null prefab. Really? What? Oh, it's null. Oh, but it worked then. It worked. So let's see. Projectile. What happened with that? Projectile. Oh, because I changed the name. Right. So let's see. There. There we go. Village. There, trouble. There, there. Come on, throw thing, throw the thing. Throw. Okay. Freak you. Visual console. What's this? Throwable rock. Wait a second. Trigger. Wait, range graph triggers. Why? Playable cards. Throwable rock. Oh, it's because it's in combat. in combat. So I should change this, I guess, in combat. Enter range deactivation. It deactivates activation condition flags. Activation trigger type, enter. While activation condition. Okay, maybe I should change the name of this. Because this will activate yes, I need to change this. Activation condition flags. Let's add this. Let's activate while there in combat. Let's change this in close combat. Let's add 1, 2, 4. Let's add in close combat, in ranged combat, 1, 2, 4, 8. Right? Is this okay? Let me see. Let me ask the AI. Yes, it's okay. In close combat, in ranged combat, sleeping, dead. Let's see. Active while condition. Oh, look at that. In ranged combat. Active while in close combat. Active while in close combat. So these two should be the same. Close combat, ranged. In ranged combat. Okay, let's see. Card manager, equipable stick, enter close combat, enter range, what? Enter range combat, enter close combat, okay. So this enter range combat, on enter range combat zone. Okay, so I need to change this other. Throw over rock. No, not here, and here. So set card activation event. So if the card does not have a non-card trigger, I have to decide if the items given okay, so equals items given to remove activation trigger. So how many items do I have to give to make it to remove its activation trigger? 0. Items given counter 0. So okay, so it can't be the first one. It has to be the second one, I think. The second one or the third one? No, the first item given should be true. The activation should be true, not none. Okay, enter close combat. This one has none. Oh, I know why. I know why. That's because on the card activation I need to change the description. Delete change parent, update description, update description text, activation event there. So convert activation there. Enter close combat. There I need to add this one. Enter range combat. Enter range. Enter range combat. There. Aha. It's importing assets and compiling. What? Why are you there? That's weird. Oh, okay. Save and let's see. So it should say the activation event for the rock card. Okay, let's see. Okay. What? Enter close combat. Oh, so I need to put it between the punch and the iron sword. Let's see. Between the punch and the iron sword. There we go. Did it save? Okay. There we go. So we have the village here, there, and there we go. Perfect. There, enter range combat. There we go. We have a cave. Let's go. Nothing happened. Oh, there, it created the it created the throwable rock. Okay, let's make this bigger. Let's make the zone much bigger, because I think it was too small. Range combat. There we go, 5.5. Travel detector. Okay. What's this travel detector? Oh, 5.5? The same? Okay, so it will chase the enemies inside that area. Let's see. Wait a second. So it created the throwable rock, but it didn't move. That was the problem. Throwable rock. Enter each combat, and we have this there. And there. There it was created. Okay, let's do oh really? Oh right, that's because I need to use this, this little pull the spawn. Where are you? Projectile there. Oh, okay, let's go to the combat. Projectile and not destroy. Combat pool there. Lean pool. Projectile. Despawn. Game object. There we go. Despawn. Okay, so what happened here? That the trajectory parent auto battles manager get active target transform position. Okay, let's see. Enter ranged combat. Where is it? Here, come on. There. Enter ranged combat. So okay, so the target was added. Add combat target list. On range combat enter, or range combat zone. Equipables combat zone enter. Enter range combat, so the cards get queued. The problem is this. Oh, wait a second. So I said 1 unit per second, right? It moves speed base. The duration will represent the number of units the twin moves per second. Okay. Let's do 100. So maybe that was the problem. It didn't move. It didn't move very, very fast. It was moving, but very, very slowly. So let's see. Okay, village. There. Throw our rock. Let's give him some distance. There. Oops. What happened? Again. On complete. What? But I didn't destroy it, man. Or the pool was destroyed. What? Okay, so let's see. Combat pool, throw projectile, spawn, get component, setup, start trajectory, get active target, 100, linear set link, set speed based, on complete. Let's recompile again. The pool was destroyed. Why? Oh, this one. Small impact prefab. Clean game object pool. Let's do a projectile. Project. No? Pro. What? This guy. Preload 5. Maximum 0. Recycle. No. Persist. No. Stamp. What's this? No. Warnings. Yes. Oh no, let's do 10. Let's do this. Okay, let's try again. Village. There. Throwable rock. Cave. Cave. There. Throw. Come on. Oh, again. Walking does not exist. I don't care. You're attempting to despawn a game object that wasn't spawned from a pool. What the heck? Then this allows you to control how the action is performed. None. If you use this, you must rely on the enable and disable messages. Send message. The prefab clone is sent the on spawn and on the spawn messages. Oh. Clone and all its children are sent the on spawn and on the spawn messages. Pullover. The prefab's clone components implement iPullover are called. Okay. I get it. None. None. What do you mean? Lean game object pool. High pullable. Okay. I don't get this. Lean game object pool. So activate and deactivate. Activate, deactivate via hierarchy. Spawned. Okay, let's reload. Unsupported settings. Okay. In release mode. Okay, switch to the debug mode. Let's see. Aim to win. King's Theme. Eddie Gordo. Select modes. South Bay. King George Island. Okay. Compiling. Compiling. Okay, I'm waiting. Let's see. 100. I'm gonna try to. I don't know. So I have to test if this works. Come on, bro, you can do it. I believe in you. Enter play mode. Okay, finally. Let's see. Village. Throw a rock. Cave around there. Okay, so it got created. Why? Projectile, this one? But it was spawned from a pool. What do you even mean? Lean pool the spawn. And the lean game object pool. What do you even mean, man? Projectile. So the other thing is that it's super slow. It didn't even move. Why is this none? Wait, I need to check on that. So when this is run, my auto battles manager, right? Combat pool spawner, my auto battles manager. So should be there. Combat pool spawner. There, here. It's there. So when it's spawned, spawn prefab, there. It should save this. Parent, private, read only. Maybe the problem is this, you know. So throw a rock. This shouldn't be none. Well, maybe that's the problem, you know. If this is none, then there are, this is null to get active target. Start trajectory. Parent auto battles manager. So let's try that. Waiting for code changes. No changes applied. Okay, apply the changes, please. Okay, let's go. Compiling. There we go. Okay, village. There we go. Rock. Cave. Where is there? Oh man, can't reach. Go again. Again. Okay, let's see the projectile. None. Why? So this is run here. My auto battles manager. So it gets created in the right position. Wait, am I an idiot? Yes, yes I am. So man, why I'm there and there. There we go. Let's do like this. Get component. There we go. So the problem was that I wasn't getting the script from the instance. I was getting it from the game object itself, not from the instance. That was the problem. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oops, no. There. Throw over rock. There. Oh man, it was too close. Too close to test if it worked or not. Let's try again. Okay, village. There. So it needs to be far away. There. There he goes. Okay, did you see that? That worked. But this shouldn't get activated again. Oh, that's because I am not in range combat anymore. I mean, I should have exited the ranged combat. On range combat exit there. So this is on range combat. On range combat exit. There we go. So this is this. Oh wait a second. This is wrong. So I set the flags here. Enter on range combat, enter on range combat, on close combat exit, should say on exit combat. No, okay, on range combat exit there, and this is unset flag in range combat, and then can I do a remove from activation queue. There we go. Remove. There. Range. What? Remove from activation queue. Remove from queue. Deactivation trigger. Enter close combat. On range combat exit. So this card gets deactivated when entering close combat. Remove from activation trigger. Let's change this. Deactivation trigger. Okay. So let's see, autobattler's manager. Let's see, on weapon collider hit. Spawn prefab. Pull spawner script. What a silly thing to do. Combat pool spawner. There. Spawn prefab. It does this. Okay, so this should deactivate the range combat. Some objects were not cleaned up when closing the scene. I don't know. Due to in. Oh. When closing the scene. Okay, so village. Okay. Village here. Enter close combat. There. Throw a rock. Okay, that was really fast. So this should be deactivated. There we go, perfect. Working fine. Activation trigger when entering range combat. It deactivates when entering close combat and is active while condition in ranged combat. Okay. So the iron sword is while is in close combat, activate while, activation, enter close combat, exit combat, and this is the same. Okay, everything working fine. So the problem I saw was that it was extremely fast. Let's do an 80. And the other thing was that this is what was really a really small area of attack. Let's see. So I have a hero there. So when an enemy enters here, he fires the thing. Okay, not sure about that. Okay, so this guy attacks the enemy from a long distance. What happens? What's this? Hero. What? Sample height. Canvas tutorials. What? Active terrain. Wow, this error is really weird. Okay, let's just leave it for now. What? Again? What's going on? Wait, did I delete something I shouldn't have deleted? Okay, delete the hero. Save. Run. What the hell? What? Hero. Hero start, but there is no hero yet. Where is the hero? There is no hero. Hero? No heroes. Canvas tutorials. Hero? What's... Why do I have a hero there? Hero. Weird. Should remove component. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, now it works. Okay, let's see him fire. Oof! Still super fast. Let's do a 20. No, let's do a 10. And I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So 10 units per second. Let's see how fast is that. It's cold here. Really cold around here. Okay, let's see. Okay. So that was a bit slow. And the thing I need to do is that if it collides, it should also be destroyed. This or this. Let's go. Village. Throwable rock. There. There it went. Okay, so the problem is that these guys are really fast. So let's try to add some effects to the rock and see if that works. Okay. Why? That's weird. Okay, let's add this. Enemy shield. Enemy sleep. Self shield. I like this one. So let's make the enemy fall asleep. Oh, nothing happened. So that means the effects didn't trigger. Why? So this is on weapon collider. Other there. Parent card. Okay, spawn prefab. So it replaces the active target. Okay. Then it comes here, and if it's an item, the parent card is an item, it fires all the target collider. So it should be set up here, this on target. Okay, my contacts. All right, so target collider. All right, so for example this, wait a second, did this execute? Let's try again. Oh. Okay, let's do this. Let's see this thing in a small version. There, okay, okay. There, throwables. Let's clean this up. So let's see this. Okay, this. Whatever. So let's try to see the there. Collider with trigger. Run queue. Add to queue. Throwable rock. Okay, so the throwable rock fires. And then nothing else happened. Throwable rock again. Q throwable rock. So walking does not exist. Okay, queues enabled. Wait, I didn't assign any effect. That's why nothing happened. Let's see. Okay, so let's add some enemy sleep, enemy health, enemy health. Okay, so now let's make the enemy sleep. Go. Okay, something should have happened because he fired the rock. Enable true. Range graph triggered. Start set cooldown. Enable true. Punch. So what was this? This was enemy sleep. Let's see, sleep, nothing. So the sleep didn't trigger. Why? Sleep effect should be there. Okay, so let's see, sleep effect, add to queue, run, card duration, range graph triggers, punch attack. Okay, on card dropped. So this is where I fusioned the effects. This is where the throwable rock gets added, gets triggered, it gets queued, it activates the throwable rock. This trigger card action gets activated, the range graph gets triggered. Let's see what it is. What is this? Cache active card, run queue. So it runs the queue again. But set cooldown. So okay, nothing really happened there. Punch, punch. Let's do so when the projectile hits, let's do this. Visual console. Visual debug. String ID, a sub projectile collided. Let's do a log preset. Let's do a wait a second. G with now let's delete this. Collided. Message, preset name and context. Collided. So I don't really want this. Collided with this guy. So this let's delete this. Let's grab this. So let's get this guy. Wait a second. Cars does not implement set active. Should add this card item visited. There, context game object, D. There we go. So let's try again. So I should be able to see the console messages. Enemy logs, enemy shield, self shield, enemy sleep. This is what I like. Let's clear this. Let's see. There we go. So let's pause this. Okay. So it should have hit, but I see no hits. I see no hits. I see nothing. So this projectile doesn't register any hit. Wait a second, did I configure the projectile correctly? Projectile. So this guy is a effect collider. There we go. So the effect collider triggers with a combat beam. So that was the problem. So when this, oh, look at that. So let's see, custom. So when this custom collider enters, let's see, enters collision. There we go. So that's why no effect fire, because the collisions were not configured. Not even the layers of the colliders were configured. That's why it didn't work. So let's see if I get new logs. Let's see. Okay, so let's get the tutorial closed. Let's see this. Let's see enemy sleep plus 12, enemy sleep, enemy health. Okay, let's see this. There. So let's see. Did I see anything? I didn't see anything. Card duration. Range graph. Also, let me check something. Enemies. These enemies, right? The slime, for example. Combat beings. So this combat collider the scene. Let me get the scene. Okay, so this, there we go. So the slime, this is the slime. This is the goblin. So the goblin has a combat collider like that. Okay, so let's see. Set cooldown. Throw over rock. Triggers. Okay, maybe card duration sequence template. Nothing. Let's see once again. So when this box collider projectile, wait a second, there we go. So when this guy registers a collision effect collider, it fires the projectile, enter collision. This one. So when the other enemy, it should log a preset, projectile collided. Let's see a B. And the other one, and then despawns the object. Okay, let's see. So now let's go. Okay, so we have this village. Okay, this village, this throwable rock, enemy sleep, that's my favorite. And let's create this. Go. There, did you see that? Wait. I saw that, but it didn't touch the enemy. It didn't touch the enemy. So maybe that's the problem. Let me check. So this is the slime. The combat collider is that one. Let's see if I can move this guy here. So it can't touch it. It's not that small. Let's make the projectile a bit faster, because it can actually not hit the target. Let's see. Maybe I can do a blendable. Okay, let's do a transform. To blendable move by. So, man, this is a bit complex. So it goes up and down, you know, up and down. Punch. To blendable. Okay, let's leave it like that. Other two blendable move twins to work together on the same target. Starts the transform as a twin's target. Okay, maybe let's do this. Do move. There, do move. Domo, do move. Let's leave it like that for now. Go. So let's try to fight in a straight line to see if the colliders hit. Let's see, village, there, sleep +2, enemy sleep +12. This is, oops, self. Okay, let's see if that works. Whoop, whoop. Oh no. What happened there? Okay, stop. Did you see anything? I clicked the wrong window. I was distracted, man. Well, I don't see anything. Seems to me that things don't trigger. Let me see, trigger enter. What just happened? Did I delete the attack graph? Let's try again. Yes. Okay, let's see. We have the village. We have the throw a rock, enemy sleep, enemy shield. Let's try this one, enemy shield. So let's close this. Fire this guy. There. There, did you see that? I think I saw the range graph triggers. Okay, so the graph triggers the trigger, but starts. Okay, hero exit combat zone. What? Exit close combat. When? How? Exit close combat zone. Where? Why? Where did it exit? On trigger exit. Where? How? Okay, never mind. Set cooldown. So I'm not seeing none of that. There, let's see. Projectile enter collisions. On trigger, enter. This effect collider is well configured here. Effect collider collides with combat being. That should work fine. This is a trigger, perfect. On trigger, enter. So this projectile triggers this. Wait a second, is this right? Enemy. Yes, it should work fine actually. So let's get the enemies. Let's see. Let's get the slime. So this is the enemy. Enemy. Perfect. Let's get the goblin. Enemy. Enemy. Combat collider. Okay. So this isn't a trigger. What? On trigger enter. Okay, so let's activate this. Trigger. Goblin. Or not. Skeleton. Yes, it's trigger. 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 Goblin is trigger. Slime is trigger. Goblin rat. So this should work. Projectile collided. Let's search for projectile. Project. So the projectile didn't collide. It should have collided. Let's see. So this guy and tag effect collider. So these two guys should have triggered this. So the other game object tag is enemy. It should say projectile collided. There. And run this. Okay. So this works. This move works. Enter collisions. That's the problem, the collisions. So let's do a small, this one. Projectile did not collide. Let's do a nothing, because this gets destroyed. Projectile did not collide. Alright. So it should be able to see that at least. So tell me what's going on. Visual console, okay. There. Enemy health, enemy shield. Okay, enemy shield. Let's do this. Can I have this? There. Whoop. So it fired the projectile to this guy. Oh, I got excited. Oh no, nothing happened. Card duration. What's... start enemy. Walking. There we go. Projectile did not collide. But let me check here. Oh, look at this. Projectile did not collide. Why? It should have collided, but it didn't. So I understand the problem. Enemy, other, enter collisions. Let me check. So this is the problem. This. So this guy. This is a trigger. When the projectile enter collisions. On trigger, enter. Right? Yes. 1-1. So this should have worked. So when this enter collisions, the collider is other, right? And the other collider tag is enemy, it should fire custom on trigger enter action, on trigger enter action, collider other, on trigger enter action invoke other. So this never fires for some reason. So what I do is that if this is enemy, right? If the other is enemy, it does something. Am I forgetting something? Other game object tag. So this is an effect collider. Effect collider. It combat being. Okay, what's going on here? Skeleton. Combat collider. Enemy combat being. Combat collider, enemy, combat being, enemy, slime, Enemy combat being. Enemy. 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 What could it be? Oh, so nice, so nice. Okay, so enemy combat being includes layers. That's the problem, maybe. Discards, changes, heroes and trigger zones. Goblin, heroes and trigger zones. These heroes and trigger zones. These heroes and trigger zones. Maybe that's the problem. Let's see. So include layers. What? So combat being. Maybe that's the problem. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now let's try to see if that works. I hope you like the cards I did too. Let me show you. There. Oh, there. So these are the graphics I have for the village. For the punch card, I have to do the throwable rock. I have the iron sword. This is the one I like the most. I did, I think, yesterday. This is the wood sword. This is a effects cards. This is a combo component, and this is a cave. So let's create a village. There. This is the model for the village. And let's say, oh, thank you so much. Let's see, enemy shield, enemy sleep, this one, self-health. Oh, this is the portal, by the way. So I have the throwable rock, which isn't working, but I'm working on that. And this is the cave. Can I do like this? Oh, 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 there. Slimes and goblins. Oops, I forgot I was debugging. So let's see. Oh no, projectile did not collide. Man. Let's look at the enemies a little bit closer. Whoa, down. That's the barbarian, a hero, fighting slimes and goblins on a cave, close to a cave. And this is wheat. The wheat, it's a resource. And trees and rocks. And the village. Nice looking village. And grass. Look at the grass. Touch some grass. Touch it, touch it. Ah. Oops. Okay, so why the projectile did not collide? Nobody knows. Man, it should doesn't detect any. Let's see. Even if it doesn't collide with an enemy, I want to know the collision. Let's see. B. At least it should collide with something. Okay. No, I know it will be closer to Loop Hero, a mix of Loop Hero and mixed with Slay the Spire, and yeah, something like that. Because the idea is that you build a village and you build things like caves, so the hero here has to travel to different places, and you have to equip the hero with a sword, a punch card, like this. You equip the hero with this, and you can put effects to the items, to some items. So you have to carefully plan how to equip your hero, and the hero will start to travel and get stronger, and with each building you fill this bar here to summon a boss here. For example, this boss. This is the final boss of the game. So we'll go and we'll fight this guy there. So you have to make your hero become stronger. Man, it still doesn't work. So why not? So that's very close to Loop Hero actually. It's a deck building game, because when you defeat enemies you get new cards, and well, you have to equip your hero. So that's how it's going to be, hopefully. So the projectile is not colliding with anything. Yes, the problem is that not compiling. Oh, but it is compiling. The problem is the collisions of the projectile, because I'm throwing a rock at the enemy, but it doesn't detect any collisions for some reason. Projector combat being. Why not? So let me see why. So this include layers enemies. Let's see. Enemies. Let's include enemies and exclude nothing. Projectile did not collide. So I'm despawning it. complete. When this completes... Wait a second. Wait a second. This is the problem. Why? How do you know when it's complete? Maybe that's the problem. Because I don't have a destination. Actually, I do have a destination. So the destination is the active target. When it reaches the target, it's complete. Okay, I gotta go. I'll be back in a couple of hours. See you soon. Thanks for stopping by and for the nice words. See you.